Guys, I just wanted to share a dream I had that I find very relevant today. But at the time I had it, I had no idea what this meant. It was probably over 8 years ago, I think I had this dream. Um, anyway, it was long before I was born again, but I was still a Christian at the time. I was going to church. Um, but I was at a crossroads in my life where I had moved, I was on my own, and it was at a time when I had kind of given up taking charge of my own life and I put it all in God's hands. And I basically said, I can't do this anymore on my own. I need your help. And basically um, asked him to be the pilot from here on out. So, anyway, I had this dream where I was getting ready for a wedding. And I was dressed as a bride, and I was standing kind of before a mirror with my sister on one side and my mom on the other. Now, you know, I don't think this came out of something from my mind because I was not anywhere in a time in my life where I was planning a wedding, no prospects at the time. Um, but yet, here I was. And now, the interesting part was my sister comes walking over to me and she said, "There's just one more thing." And she comes over and she's got this huge headdress, like for a bride, but this thing is a cross. It is huge. It is like a steeple, okay? And she said this, she's putting it on my head. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, "Are you sure?" It's a little conspicuous. And, but, but I was okay. I agreed and I said, okay. So, what obviously at the time I woke up and I had no idea what this meant. I thought this was a very odd dream. And I thought, well, my sister's been a born again Christian for quite some time. And I could definitely see her, it in real life at that time, she was, trying to get me on the right path. And, um, but, um, but I had never even heard of the Bride of Christ. And now I understand that's what it meant. And I find it really interesting and obviously brilliant of the Lord to give me that dream at a time where I had no clue what it meant, because it was his confirmation to me, at least years later, that I would know it's from him, because um, he was proving to me it could have been something I had concocted in my own head when I had never even heard of that. But this is obviously a clear reference to Scripture. If you go to Revelation 19, 7 through 9, it talks about the marriage of the Lamb, and she's arrayed in white linen. And then in Revelation 21, 9, there's the angel talking to John, and he said, "I will show you the bride, the Lamb's wife." And for those who are not familiar, Jesus is referred to as the bridegroom in the New Testament, and the church is his bride. Not just one person, all his children are considered the church. And what it does is it symbolizes the unity and the intimacy between the bride and the bridegroom. We don't need an intermediary. We just have Jesus and us. And that's the relationship, the beauty of the bond that he has with his church. So anyway, I just wanted to share that and just make a little short video just letting you know of a dream and the way that God works. And it was beautiful because it showed a promise in my life at a time that it was showing the direction I was headed. And I wasn't there yet when I had this dream, but it was definitely a beautiful way of kind of giving me a little message of where I was going in my life, and that I would be blessed as I found my way toward Christ. So anyway, God bless you guys.